Hello, good morning, and welcome to today's Daily Dominion, which is a menagerie nocturne board. Not menagerie. I mean, it's got menagerie, but cornucopia. Yeah, I mean, this kingdom has basically two paths to it. You can... Okay, both paths involve having quite a few dens of sins. And then the option is how many Horn of Plenties you want to incorporate, or how hard you want to go for Horn of Plenty. Whether you want to try and do a mega turn. The challenge is that the trashing is like a little slow, and the draw is not super great. Denizen is fine, but if you had a stack of flabs or even like a stack of advisors, something non-terminal. I mean, obviously, if you had like Village Smithy, you could get there too, but labs would be like the most straightforward thing. A lab variant. You could just load up on those with Horn of Plenty. It would give you another unique. The other thing with the Horn of Plenty, the challenge will be a little bit is the unique cards. So you're going to have 4 treasures with Horn. Magic Lamp will be gone, hopefully. And then you have Secret Cave 5, Menagerie 6, Den 7, and probably gold, I guess. But you could have like a Druid, I guess, is possible. Or one of the other action cards. So you have to draw all that. Seem to be pretty thin. Which is not... And none of that is to say that you couldn't get a Horn of Plenty just to pick up Dens of Sin anyway. But you may not be that likely to get Province with it. I'm trying to think. So like if you have... Let's say you're going for a 5 province turn. You're going to need 4 horns and buy a province. And you're going to need 4 horns. You're going to need this 1 gold. So then you need 7 other cards at least. It's really hard to get the hand size much above 15 here, due to the Den of Sins. You can potentially manipulate a few things. You can maybe get a Menagerie hit, but like you could probably at the end get a Menagerie hit at the expense of playing some dens on your last turn. But I don't know. It's not looking like super persuasive to me. So I guess in any case, we need to figure out how to activate this magic lamp. Which means we're going to want... I'm almost tempted to take a Fool. I don't know how much that helps with... It's got to help lamp activation like some small amount. I say it's got to. It doesn't got to, but I think it probably does. 1, 2, 3. You technically can just buy 2 cards here and you already have everything to get an activation, though you have to be very lucky. The AI just has a Denizen. They're pretty lucky to get the Denizen with the lucky coin. Like, that's going to be a pretty accelerated turn, unfortunately. And they redraw the silver. Like, they gain this silver on their turn 1, and they redraw it on the reshuffle to hit 5 again, which is huge. So they're actually off to a very good start here. It's a little bit depressing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so like here we can look at these. We'll just discard all of these. There's no hit where we get activation here. And there was no hit where we hit 5 either. Because we already had the 2 states. Those were excellent boons. It was really like as good an opening full boon set as you could get, to be fair. It just wasn't good enough to do anything for me, unfortunately. Now I have a will-o-wisp. So we're getting along our way to doing the activation. So that's something. Oh, let's get another secret cave. A river would be pretty nice. So like we can activate here. We probably just need to buy draw the whatever and buy the den. I say we could have activated Menagerie, but what would have been the point? We would have just put a bunch of junk in the shuffle. Okay. This is looking quite a bit nicer now. So we're going to activate here. And have the lamp down. So we'll probably be okay. I mean, from this stage, again, it's like hard for me to imagine how you can actually make how you could possibly even make the Horn of Plenty deck work. You're just not clean. You're not going to have time. Yeah, I'll probably start provincing next turn. Hopefully they never activate. I don't actually know if they have enough cards to activate, so that's another component of it. Okay, that's not too scary. Hopefully we find some of the wishes now. I would like to get at least... oh, that's a really good boon. That's really great boon. I appreciate that. Okay, so we do get to play the wishes here, which is really nice. We're not going to... Well, we may. Yeah, we hit 8 too, so we're not going to activate the... So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get 1 vampire, 1 den. Just go ahead and buy province. And then play the vampire. Diluted is complete garbage here, but whatever. You'd expect the AI is just buying province now. Kind of doubt they have the cards to activate. Can do this. We're gonna eventually probably need to gain a duchy to match stuff. We're not activating Menagerie. Boon is useless. Do fortunately hit exactly 8. It was actually a little dicey there. Now the question is, do we want another vampire, or do we just go straight to the den? I think we just take the den straight. We can remove the fool now. It's pretty useless. It wouldn't have been bad if we'd drawn another silver and been able to knock off another knock off yet another copper or something, but not gonna take the gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are gonna miss 5 here. Or 8, I mean. But we can toss these down. We can double duchy at least, which will be okay. Giving them curse is probably pretty good. there's not exactly a whole lot of, well, they don't have any trashing. I'm actually a little surprised. Well, that's just an unfortunate draw. I am a little surprised at the amount the AI has missed province here. Just because we get Moon's Gift again. We must have reshuffled. What do we put on top? I guess just a den. It's like den or bat. Like the duchy buying, of course, is reasonable but not helpful. Ooh, yeah. No, I was gonna say maybe we discard dens to do the menagerie activation or discard a den, but since we just have all of this, we'll just play 3 of them. Hopefully, it gets to province. Though it's not quite there yet. Okay, this works. We're gonna draw 2 of these. We could trash an estate, which we don't particularly need. We can draw 3 of these, can't we? So we could trash the lucky. Maybe we leave silver. Draw a lucky coin and bat and silver. This looks reasonable. We still can get the discard, right? And trash like a lucky coin. We might as well keep. What are the points? We're buying we should probably keep the lucky coin versus the estate. I don't think the points are a huge issue now. So we have a den coming in. We have the $3. They just don't actually have any money. It's kind of weird. I mean, the game does look pretty different if you get wish activation versus not getting wish activation. And the AI doesn't have enough. The AI is never like trying to activate Magic Lamp. And so if it doesn't just happen to have the things on the kingdom that it wants to buy that do it for it, that happen to activate the lamp for it, never activates it. Well, that's way more than half VP at this point. So we're just kind of biding our time until we get to the... I'm not going to buy an estate. It'll be faster to buy something that gets us to province, whatever that is. May just be a silver. It could be, you could imagine a menagerie or a secret cave helping with that. Okay, the AI is just going to end it for us. Yeah, like I think they had a couple bad draws to not hit province, to hit duchy instead. But the AI, always takes the duchies early, even when they're pretty awful for the deck. But probably the big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like technically they can activate lamp, but it's a little hard unless you add more unique cards. Like I had a fool and a menagerie and a wisp before I activated it. I didn't have, and I had a den too at that point. So I had all of these cards plus 3 more when I activated. I really don't think the horn thing will work. I especially don't think it'll work on my shuffle, so I'm not really interested in going back and playing it. I just don't think there's a draw. Like I said. And then our deck is similar-ish, but cleaner. And the secret cave stuff is pretty nice here as far as if you have imbalanced hands, if you have a hand that draws a bunch of green cards for whatever reason, you can still get something out of it. Though, to be fair, a lot of times if your hand has a lot of green cards and you discard those to the secret cave, then the next turn has the treasures, so the money doesn't matter. So it's not that really great of a mitigation. It helps if you draw a green heavy hand at the end of a shuffle. So if you're doing a reshuffle, right after you play the secret cave. There it looks a little nicer. And it did, I mean, everything's messy here, so it certainly bumped a $5 hand to an $8 hand at least once that I noticed, and maybe multiple times. So those were actually pretty good here, to supplement the silvers a little bit. And the menagerie, you know, it didn't do a whole lot, but I think it activated twice maybe. I don't know. And the wisp, actually, we got some boons that were okay with the wisp a couple times. So it drew a wish one time too, so that was really good. Anyway, I like the kingdom. I mean, I like Magic Lamp a lot. Seeing Horn, but not really thinking it's the thing to do is sometimes a little sad, but also nice to maybe see a board where you skip it. So, because we often go for it against the AI, so nice to see one maybe where it's not so key. In any case, we've made it up to 34, and we're about halfway through this week, so we're almost to the more than halfway, I guess, depending on how you count the weeks. I guess we really, Daily Dominion, you really count them from Monday more than anything. So in any case, we're approaching the heavier expansions days, so hopefully we make through those, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching.